elk rub is more of like a
Smooth.
blunt force trauma to the tree.
Look where it started.
Yeah, it's something stretching. I bet that's a cat.
Goodness sake.
Good thing we're ready. Alright, YouTube. Is that bear? I honestly have no idea. Okay, this is day one, the evening. In the morning, we did some spot and stalk and got off the trail a little bit. Found some great sign. More learning. I don't think we have much expectation for actually getting a shot this morning. We were a little late getting in, so that was a part of it. It's about a 2-hour drive from my sister and brother-in-law's apartment to where we're hunting, so 4 a.m. was about as early as we were willing to go, so lesson learned a little bit on that one. Evening hunt, we're heading back to the meadow that we found last night that we saw 2 elk on, and the plan is to get there about an hour before the end of legal and get set up so we have a good 300-yard range of fire, and we'll see what happens. Just coming back to the parking area, there were no other hunters parked there. There were 2 parked there this morning, but there were none there this evening. So it's theoretically possible that someone could be hiking in from a different direction. We'll kind of play it by ear when we get there, but it's a pretty big clearing, so unless there's 15 people up there, I'd say there's probably enough room for multiple people to have shot spots, but we'll see what happens.
Do you see one? Yeah, right, okay.
Alright, back here in Ohio editing these videos, and one of the things I didn't record was kind of a wrap up lessons learned after each day. So I wanted to try to recall as much of that as I can, just to share with you guys what we felt like we learned day to day. And in day one, obviously going off trail and cross country in the morning showed us a lot. Got a good idea of what to look for from a sign perspective. We did have a bit of a hard time reading how fresh the sign was. There was a bit of snow, but when you see the footprints and that dust that they have up there, it's not a very wet place, so you weren't sure exactly how old that was. We definitely knew there were elk in there. I still had quite a bit of confidence. I just wondered kind of how many miles it was going to take to get it done. We put in 9.5 miles the first day between the morning and the evening hunt, and they weren't flat miles either. You're climbing. So I think what I understood from day one, it wasn't going to be as easy as sitting on the meadow. We were going to have to put in miles, and then really getting high up there. There's a lot of ground there. There's a lot of forest roads and trails that follow the low country, and I just felt like you really need to get high and get above them to really get it done. And that was my impression from day one, and you'll see as we go along that's kind of proves itself out as we go. But yep, it was a good day one. We learned a lot. We still were confident after it. Man, it was cold up there in the wind on that mountaintop. I was fine until I stopped moving for sure.
but sitting up there on that meadow was definitely cold. But as you saw, it was a beautiful night. Learned a lot, and we were ready to go home, get warm, and rest up a little for day 2. Stay tuned and see what that looks like.